Hello, welcome back to OurMFC, or for the first time, if it is your first time, I'm here to coach you through it. You're going to be fine. Don't take that out of context, all right? Whoever's editing this, don't clip that up and make me look like some kind of, weird. Moving on. We beat Mansfield, form side in League Two, on a cracking run of form before this game. Who turns up? The bloody Borough. That's it. That's it. Have you heard? Chris Wilder's Middlesbrough. And when I say Chris Wilder's Middlesbrough, I mean Chris Wilder's heavily rotated due to COVID and long-term freak injuries like Sammy Amiobi and Darnell Fisher. Middlesbrough. If we have a look at the lineup here, I've got it up. No, I haven't, because it's clicked on the wrong game. No, I've just clicked on the wrong tab. Shiver me timbers. Shiver my collective timbers. So if we look at the lineup, I've got it up now. The Borough lineup of, in terms of experienced players, you've got Lumley, Bamba, McNair, Howson, and Uche. Peltier as well, sorry, hiding away there. But then you've got Joe Gibson, who was on the right-hand side. Josh Coburn's up top. Obviously, he's played before. The new signing, the mystery man, Cowlan Boyd-Muntz, who signed to the club and then scored 24 hours later. Just, okay. All right, Cowlan, mate. It's not a bad way to start, is it? Then you've got William Cockolo, who was playing as the left wing-back. And, obviously, the highly tipped young centre-back, Nathan Wood. I say young, he's older than me, but, in footballing terms, that boy young. Also, don't take that out of context, all right? Just think, okay? I don't want to be misrepresented as some kind of criminal. Speaking of criminals, I don't have a segue for that. That segue was criminal. So lock me up, officer. Take me away. Throw away Borough. Nice. I'm going to stop rambling. Let's talk about football. That's what you're here for. You're not here for me, are you? You're here. To be honest, you've probably seen the football. You've probably seen the highlights anyway. Probably had notifications on Twitter, seeing them all come through. You would have seen 4 minutes into the game that we went 1-0 up. Uche, what a boy. What a boy. Nathan Wood kind of plays a long ball forward. To me, it looks like it's intentional. I've only seen the highlights, prerequisite, just so you're aware. I didn't get to Mansfield, and obviously the game wasn't televised. So, and I don't, use illegal streaming sites. Okay, I'm a good boy, thank you. And I have a TV license. Okay, Mr. TV license man. I'm allowed to watch Match of the Day. I promise. But Uche, what a goal! If you haven't seen it, check out. It'll be on. It's on our Twitter, our OurMFC Twitter account. The at will probably be on the screen now. I can't remember it. I'll be honest with you. I've just followed the account for so long. These things don't stick in my brain. But what will stick in my brain is that goal from Uche. The ball comes forward from Nathan Wood. One defender misjudges it. Uche, it's a good touch. And then, as I'm sure you can visualise it, as he does, he's just got one defender hanging off his arm. Just get off me. So he's like a little parrot hanging off his arm. Just, who does he think he is? Trying to win the ball off Uche. Sorry, know your place, please. Okay. Rolls in, holds off another one. And then left foot, top mins. What a finish. What a finish, honestly. Outrageous goal from Uche. And he celebrated like Christ the Redeemer. So, for all you Brazilians out there who live in Rio de Janeiro, big fan, I'm sure, big fan of the Christ the Redeemer. Uche paying homage to that with his, so you can't see my arms. They're there. Look, I do have arms. There you go. Just imagine them. You've seen the Christ the Redeemer. You've seen Christ the Redeemer. You'll be fine. Google it if you haven't. Or just Google Uche celebration. Picture that, but a massive statue on a mountain in Rio. There you go. Someone can do an edit of that if they want, put it onto it. It's probably been done. Now, there are strong reports that Uche might be leaving. I'm not sure if it's factual reports or like from leaks inside the club or just rumours, or just people saying he doesn't really see the playing style, does he? He's going to be sold. he doesn't really suit the playing style, because Wilder wants his strikers to run in behind, really. I mean, obviously we've got Sporra, who kind of links the play, and then we've got Watmore, but obviously we've got Connolly now. We might have Balogun. And if you want to know about kind of how Balogun's going to fit in the side, watch the previous video. Matty did that. He talked a bit about how Balogun can fit into the side, a little bit about Balogun. So if you want to look into that, watch the previous video. Obviously, after you watch this one, okay, I don't want to lose my commission here. All right, guys. But yeah, I mean, personally, I think that goal, if they have decided to sell Uche, I don't think that goal's going to change their mind. If they're kind of teetering on the edge of being like, yeah, we'll probably sell him, I don't think that goal is going to change their mind. I don't want to see him sold. I'm in agreement with most of the general Borough fan opinion. Certainly the one held by Borough Breakdown, which is that he's a good plan B. Like Fernando Llorente was for Spurs, just having a big man that you can bring on. And we know that went well for them. He scored in the Champions League semi-final, was it? Or was it quarter-final? Quarter-final it was. Now, I must say, I'm not expecting Uche to score in a Champions League quarter-final anytime soon. But you never know. Hey, who knows? Braithwaite's gone to Barca, so anything can happen. But yeah, like I'm saying, I don't think that's going to change anyone's mind, the recruitment team's mind, if they have decided to move on, because I think what we're seeing is our recruitment team now, I'm thinking we're focusing on, I think we're just smarter, really. I think we're smarter now, and that's a very low XG chance. The chances of that going in are low. What with him being reasonably far out, a couple bodies in the way, you're not expecting that to go in, every time. So, I mean, he has done brilliant work to get to that area, and that's why he's a brilliant plan B, because you can lump it forward and he's, you're not out-muscling him. So I'd quite like to see him stay, but we love Uche. That's final point there. What a goal. 10 minutes later, it was 2-0 Borough. Joe Gibson, who is highly thought of, especially amongst the Borough Breakdown lot. Dana, big fan. And he said Dana White there. That's someone else entirely. But yeah, Joe Gibson, takes the throw in to Howson. Howson gives it back to him. Then he drives into the box, which shows good desire, good endeavour from a young player, wanting to make things happen. That's always what you want to see. I think possibly questionable defending here. I was looking at it, no one closed him down really. But after a few watches, I was kind of thinking, well, we've got 4 other players in the box here. We put men forward now. Those defenders were worried because there was 4 options in the middle. They didn't want to leave one of them free. As it happened that they did. They left Cowell Boyd Muntz free. And he just held his position. It was really smart when I watched it on the replay. Instead of running in with his man, he just kind of stopped, held his position, kind of towards the edge of the box, and Gibson just picked him out. It was behind Uche, came straight to Boyd Muntz, and he finished it off. Love that from you, Cowlan. Is it Cowlan? Is it pronounced that way? You tell me. If you're watching, Cowlan. Big up George Friend, by the way, for giving him. But I don't know if he was an agent, but got him over it. We'll say he did. George, love you, pal. Love you, pal. Although you never responded to me on LinkedIn. That's fine. I was just trying to set up an interview, just doing some networking, Thought maybe Georgie Friend wants to come on the OurMFC channel. Of course, he's a busy man, So we love you, George. That stays in, we'll look like a massive loser. That's going to stay in too, isn't it? So far. So apparently like I say, I haven't seen the game, but apparently we kind of trailed off after the 20-minute mark. And going into the second half, 2-0 up, feeling pretty confident, but Mansfield had apparently given us a bit of a game. And then second half, so I'm told, information in the air, Mansfield came out. Yep. Oh, what's that? yeah, Mansfield came out and they wanted it more. Is the general consensus of the punditry world. You know, if you love a cliche, they wanted it more. There you go. More cliches. In the 67th minute, they really threw a cat amongst the pigeons. They really did. When they made it 2-1, cross comes in from the left-hand side. No one really closing down. I noticed, actually, we sat really deep at this point, which suggested to me that at this point, Borough were under constant pressure. Mansfield were really pushing for a goal, and they got it. This cross comes in all the way to the back post, and there's Kyle Hawkins, who I saw people criticising Bamba. I kind of feel like the man isn't tracked, really. So maybe Bamba's positioning is not great, but well, maybe his concentration. But he's where he kind of needs to be in the end. It's just that Hawkins has a run on it and gets above him and heads it in. So I thought maybe the criticism of Bamba for that was a bit harsh. But you know, he does lose the header. No one's tracking the run, really. So it's one of those. And it's headed down. I don't know if it was intentional from Hawkins to head it down. But he does head it down off the ground and beats Lumley. Then 81st minute, Mansfield think they've equalised, but it is disallowed. Nathan Wood, now on the highlight, it only shows, you know, from when they're running in. So I thought, I'm pretty sure he made a mistake in the build-up from what I've heard. Anyone who's at the game can kind of confirm that. But from where the highlight starts, he's caught the wrong side of him, and he uses his pace really well just to get back in front. Couldn't quite win the ball though, you know. It looked like he kind of wrestled the defender to the ground, but you know, it's good pace to get back. Possibly questionable positioning, like I said, I didn't see enough on the highlight, but yeah, possibly his positioning a bit questionable there, maybe his concentration. But he's unable to win it back. The player lays it off to a teammate who has just a really tame shot. Like, it shouldn't be testing Lumley. Well, it should test him, obviously, but he should just, you know, simple save. And it slips through his fingertips. Yeah, it's really poor goalkeeping. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because it had rained. Apparently it was wet conditions, so maybe he can be slightly excused. But it is really poor goalkeeping from Lumley, who, by the sounds of general consensus, didn't have his best game. Luckily for us, Johnson, who tapped it in on the line, was offside when the shot was taken. So a reprieve for Lumley's clanger. No reprieve 4 minutes later, though, when a simple ball split both the centre-backs. I saw Bamba kind of turn around on the highlight, which completely killed his momentum. I thought maybe Bamba could be blamed for this. I don't know, but he turned around, and I think from Wood's point of view, it looked like Bamba was going to intercept it, because now I watched this several times. I'm still not 100% sure on what I'm saying here, so take this with a pinch of salt. But it looked to me like Nathan Wood kind of darted to the right, quickly kind of went to turn around because he thought Bamba was going to intercept it, and then quickly realised, oh cripes, this has gone past Bamba, and continued chasing the defender just for a split second. But that split second was all Oates needed, not John Oates, not him. I don't think it was him anyway. It'd be quite a career change. Had some good pace if it was John Oates, of Darryl Hall and John Oates, I believe. I don't know. Any older people in the comments below, let me know. Did I get it right? She's a man eater. If it's not that, I'm going to look like a massive knob. I tell you already. Who said that? Oi. Honestly, blooming cheek of it. But anyway, Mr. Oates, not Quakers Oates either. I'm cracking so many funnies today. Leave a like. That deserves a like. Yeah, Lumley came out. Oates just took it round him and had an open goal. Wood nearly got back and made the block, but I will say again, it's not. But to be honest, I don't think it's actually terrible from Lumley. He looks like an idiot. the way he scrambled, but I do think, a striker's expected to finish that chance. Kind of one-on-one with the keeper. Yes, Nathan Wood's there. And maybe you could say Lumley coming out, if he just stayed where he was, maybe you could say that Wood could have put a challenge in, could have closed the angle down, whereas Lumley coming out left it open for Oates to go round him. So I think, I'm kind of changing my mind as I'm speaking. It's not great from Lumley, let's be honest. But I do think it's not as bad as the first error. The first error is worse, where he lets it slip through his fingers. He just gets away with it. And yeah, it was 2-2, 85th minute. Mansfield fans going wild. And at that point, I remember seeing the notification come through on Twitter being like, well, Mansfield are going to win this. I'm sure everyone was in the same boat. I saw someone tweeting out saying, just as you learn to love this team, maybe something along the lines of this, saying just as you learn to love this team, it pulls you right back. I was like, I think it's a bit harsh, but I see where you're coming from. But this is Chris Wilder's team. This isn't Neil Warnock's, Tony Pulis's, Johnny Woodgate, Gary Monk. This isn't any of their teams anymore. This is Chris Wilder's Middlesbrough. And Chris Wilder's Middlesbrough, they scored 8 goals. With Isaiah Jones. Did somebody say, aha? It was me. I said it. As I'm sure you all joined in at home. If you didn't, get out. Okay, just get out. Leave the video on, but get out, and like and subscribe, but get out. Okay. Yeah, Jones got released into the right-hand channel. He was brought on up top actually, kind of towards the back end of the game. Hang on, cut that. But yeah, Jones got released into the right-hand channel. Left Hawkins for dead. Please leave all really poor taste Stephen Hawking jokes at the door. Yeah. He then drills the ball into the box, and it's turned into his own net by Mansfield defender Elliot Hewitt, who I'm sure just went into a state of sheer blind panic due to the quality of the delivery. I would like to reiterate, yeah, we're through in the cup. That's all there is to say. Not the best of performances, but it wasn't the best team. It wasn't the starting 11 that went out there. And the key thing is, we got the job done. We won it, and we won it late again, like against Blackpool. We got pegged back late on, and went again and nicked it even later. Like that. That is impressive. That's the sign of. Here's another cliche for you. That's the sign of champions. I don't know what that accent was really. I don't know. I went into it thinking, oh, let's do an accent, and I don't know what it was. But I think, yeah, I mean, it's the sign of a good team to never give up. That never say die attitude, another cliche for you. And it reminds me of the Karanka promotion season. I seem to remember us scoring a lot of late goals there. What a time to be alive. Let's go to the Prem. So looking forward from this, obviously we've got Reading coming up, but in the FA Cup, we've drawn the winner of Man United v Aston Villa. So we're either going to Villa Park or Old Trafford. And I mean, I'm sure you'll remember a fun cup tie at Old Trafford previously. So I think it's time to bring Tommy Mejias back to stick him in goal. Just it's good luck charm, isn't he? Lee Tomlin still kicking around anywhere? I believe he was in that team. Can't remember. I was, a bit younger. Yeah, we could be going to Old Trafford, boys and girls, and non-binary pals too. I think that about covers it, though. Obviously, you can see in the reflection, you can see myself again, and you can see my planning there. Look at that planning. It's just, obviously, I could do it without my glasses, but then I can't read my planning because I'm very blind. So we're going to stick these back on to outro the video, which will go thusly. Thank you very much for watching. There's more to it, probably. The outro, not the video. Yeah, the video's done. You can click off now, to be honest, as long as you've liked and subscribed. You know, there's nothing else here. There's nothing else going to be said. This isn't a Marvel film. There's not some fun post-credit scene. There's not even credits. There should be. Someone put credits in. Let's do it. Written and directed by me, edited by whoever. You know, let's have some credits. I'm going to stop waffling because my dinner's probably nearly ready. And if it isn't, today, I'm going to go and make it. So if you have any suggestions for what I should eat, put them in the comments. I mean, I'll have eaten it and possibly cooked it by then, but put them in. I'm vegan, so bear that in mind. And don't abuse me because I'm vegan, all right? Just because I have a moral compass. Thank you. Honestly. Please subscribe and like. It's been a pleasure for me, not for you. Ciao.